My question is about business.
Yeah.
When acting, sometimes you have to choose between some work that is not so artsy.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah.
What do you think about this business versus art craft?
I'm a big fan of actors working. All right? So I'm a big believer when you have opportunities to work, you go out and work.
Okay.
I just think there aren't enough of them in the world. So turning them down, especially as a young actor, a newer actor, and going like, well, that like somehow that piece isn't good enough for me. It's not art. It doesn't have enough artistic sense for me. Feels a little bit indulgent, actually, right? A little pretentious. That's the way I look at it. I'm like, you're an actor, and every actor's like trying to get a job, right? Now here are jobs, and you're not taking them. I think you should work. Now, the thing is, your job is to make those pieces great. Sometimes you're going to get a cap, right? The script is only so good. The script is just not that interesting, right? Your job is to make it as great as it can be. You know, there are a lot of actors who've made really amazing careers off of doing really good work in mediocre projects. Right? The project may not survive. We may not be talking about that project in 10 years. Does that matter? Right? Where's your career in 10 years? Right? So I think, now I don't know that I would apply necessarily for things that are compromising yourself. Right? People have different opinions about nudity, for example. Right? So, or to, you know, you might, if you're in a project that you find morally offensive in some way, let's skip it, right? I don't know that you need to compromise that. Or something that you think, geez, I would, you know, because sometimes people come in with adult movie experience, for example, right? I'm not counting that in this conversation. I think some of those things stick with you, right? I think, for example, if you're into pornography, I think no matter what you try to do, it's like 20 years later, you're still a porn star. Doesn't matter what else you do in your life. That's the title they put on. Like, by the way, as if you were a star, right? You don't have to be a star, but they put the title on you. So things that the real outliers, yeah, I would say that you should consider your boundaries, right? But I don't think that's what you're asking about, right? There's a lot of bad TV being broadcast. And you're like, well, should I take a job on a show that I don't think is a great show? Yes. Kill it.
Cool.
All right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.